116-mile trail run through the night. Hot Maah Daah Hey 100-mile trail run. Back in 2021, I did this race. That trail broke me that year. I finished it. I ended up getting third place. I ran really well for the first half of the race. The second half, I basically walked the last 50 miles of the race. It was a very long period of time. I mean, months, years, I don't even know how long it was, but when I talk about that race, I'd get emotional just talking about it. That race, I gave everything I had to get across that finish line. I fell in love with that race, that trail, everything about it, the race directors, just the people that are involved out there. There's something special out there, for sure. I'm back because something about that trail just kind of stuck with me. This year I got a great plan, nutrition plan. My crew is back better than ever. That I'm the most excited for is my mom, my sister, my kids will be there this year. They were out there when I did the 50 5 years ago. They're older, they're gonna be helpful, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I've ran the 50, 100, I've ran the marathon twice. Lindsay's ran the 50, the marathon a couple times. There's one thing for sure, and that's that Maah Daah Hey does not hand out finishes. You have to earn every single one of them. Here's the thing most people don't understand. There's a point that it can't get any worse. Weirdly, I like that place. Once everything hurts, the pain, the suffering, there's nothing left to strip away. That's where I want to live. That's my why. So we left on Thursday after Lindsay got home from work and hopped in the pickup, dropped the dog off at my dad's house in Jamestown, quick stop there, and then made our way to Dickinson, where our hotel room was. We've stayed there for the last few years, great place right on the edge of Dickinson. Loaded up all the coolers with ice, and I said we'll leave about 10 o'clock. So race started at noon, and we left about 10:15 maybe, something like that. 30-minute drive, we got there, plenty of time, picked up packets. There was only 33 people signed up for the race, so it was just nice to get there and, you know, see a few familiar faces and get ready for what was to come. They had a little meeting before about 11:30, and 12 o'clock rolled around. It was probably in the mid 80s, I suppose. No wind, kind of humid for out there. Really not that humid out there typically compared to here, so that was kind of a shock. The first mile is all pavement, and I ran with a guy, had done Cocodona this year already too, and that was kind of cool. Chatted with him a little bit, and then after that, man, I really didn't run with anybody else the entire rest of the race. Everyone kind of spread out just enough. There was a few guys that took off a little quicker at the front of the pack. All right, just officially 5 miles in here. Nice and easy, 55 minutes so far, so going good. It's hot. Not a lot of breeze. It's kind of coming from the southwest, so it's gonna be kind of a tailwind, which will heat it up a little bit. Taking it easy. I'm feeling very good about that. Just kind of thinking about in the next couple miles, I'll see my crew, and that's what, once we see them, I think that'll get this race really feeling good. But a lot of ups and downs this first. We're about 550 feet of climbing so far in the first 5. So going good, feeling good, keeping it slow. All right. Just wanted to have a race that I felt good at the entire race, and time, 30 hours was kind of my goal. We'll see what happened there, but yeah, the first few miles kind of hot, and I knew right before the first aid station, that was about 8 miles in, there would be a water crossing there. So I had planned on changing shoes at that first aid station. The kids, they knew exactly what to do. They had a plan of filling up my bottles and having electrolytes already mixed up and making me like a little snack pack with like a little Ziploc bag with a few of these, a few of those, just a couple different things. That way I could kind of snack on it while I was out running. So I got to the first checkpoint there about 8 miles in, and it was great. I just crossed the first water crossing. It was just past the knees. Normally in the past that's been, you could kind of get around it without even getting your feet wet. So it's gonna be a wet day. I am gonna change shoes. I can see the checkpoint right up here. my people somewhere. So I'll be up there in about a half a mile, change shoes, fill up water. Actually surprised, 7 miles. I'm out of water. I still have a little bit of electrolytes left, so just kind of definitely make sure I have enough for the next 2 spots. All right. Beautiful, beautiful day, blue skies.
Good, 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 good.
Looking good, Jake. Feeling good. Good. Oh, dang, it's nice. Yes, it is. There was a lot of water there. Yeah? Yeah. Good for you. Yeah, felt good.
So, how do you feel after the 8 miles or 7, right?
Feel good. I felt like it was hot right away, and my heart rate was high, and I'm like, oh shit.
But that's nervous too.
Yeah, I think that was nervous, and then it was just kind of like, just chill. Chill, yeah. It's water.
123, you're 8 minutes over.
Okay.
Yeah. This one's electrolytes. What do you give me?
The one that's got mold thrown in it.
Just the one?
Mold!
Okay,
This one's gonna get electrolytes. This one goes in the
That one already has electrolytes.
I know it's gonna go in the bottle.
Oh.
Yep. So I think the bottle Lindsay has. Caden filled out. And then,
One, right? Yep. This to fill it up?
yeah. Well, actually, 2 of these are gonna go in my backpack.
Oh, okay.
2 of these go in the backpack, and then
Here's another one. Like dumped in your thing or just in your backpack?
just put it in there. And because this is a long section.
Should I use this then? Someone hold it and I pour?
Yep.
Cheers.
I wish it would be hotter.
We do too. That's what we were just saying.
no, we couldn't.
Grandma has some stuff just like that. What?
Yeah.
Sweat sunscreen? Yeah. Can you just grab that? Banana? Do you want a banana?
Sure.
What?
Sure. How's it going?
Dehydrated.
Yeah. So far, I got extra packed. I ran out just on that stretch, so
That's what I was just telling them, especially like going into Wanagon.
yeah, that one. That's the one that worries me the most.
Yeah,
So I'll
load
have
up for that.
3 extra bottles in my backpack, and
Yeah,
it'll be good.
yeah.
Go slow and wait for the night.
Good job, guys.
Let's go.
See ya.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, you got it, man. You're good. You're good.
One of those square. Hey, thanks, Mike. Gel
Over there? 10.
right now. That'd be worth it.
Put your water down. Look at this one.
What are you looking for, Gib?
Go.
No. All right.
Hey.
Snack bag.
Oh. Yeah. Not great.
All right,
Want me
thanks,
to
man.
do any filming going that way? On the trail?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it or
You want to
would
go run up there a little bit and catch me as I go
Yeah.
by? All right, I think that's everything.
Bye.
See y'all. Back in the
This
day, I
one.
did.
Hey. Hi. All right.
See you tomorrow.
See ya.
All right, just past first checkpoint. We were 8 miles in. Crew, amazing job. It was perfect. It's like the best I could have ever expected. Everyone smiles and getting things done. So the next section is longer. I got extra water with me just in case I run out. Hour and 33 minutes in. So right on pace where I want to be. We'll keep her going. Yee! Everything was just right on track, and I mean, I looked forward to that, seeing them every single time. Like, that was just, it filled my heart, to see how well my kids were helping out, and see my mom, my sister, Lindsay for part of it. And so that was great to see them at every stop. But so grabbed a little snack there, filled up water, felt good, changed shoes. And then the next section was about 9 miles. So I added a couple extra water bottles in my backpack as well, because I knew it was going to get hotter as the day went on, and I just wanted to make sure I didn't run out of water. I have ran out of water on some of the longer sections before, and that's a mistake I didn't want to make, especially with the electrolytes as well. So I had 2 bottles of water and then 1 bottle of electrolytes, and I drank both of those plus my 2 flasks up front. I didn't change shoes after that. One thing I've noticed this year, this is the greenest I've seen it out here, and I think we're going to have wet feet quite a bit throughout this race. Just embrace it. Hopefully the water's cool, cools us off a little bit, but gosh, I can't complain about the weather. Probably 90, Looking forward to seeing the crew again. I think they've got everything dialed in now, so smiles on their faces. Every spot is what's keeping me going. So we are just about 2 hours in.
Good job, runner!
Where are we at?
We're back there.
Over there? How you doing?
Good.
Staying cool?
Yeah.
Ben. Good job, Jake. Thank you. What are you doing in a couple weeks?
I'm doing 200 on Monday. I start on Monday. Yeah.
Not a couple weeks. All right.
So how was your 8 miles, 8.5 miles?
Perfect. All that water and stuff I brought with me, gone.
No.
I feel like
Hey, we got
that
the
ought to be close to like, you know,
Theragun
people like they run out.
right here.
Poles though last time, remember I said I wanted my poles?
Yeah, we got the Theragun this time too.
Hey, go with the
Go in the front. We got the air.
Oreo.
Good.
Good.
So let's get this where we need it.
We got the snack pack ready.
Where's the gun at?
Kids have it.
It's in the car. No, it's up there. We're up. There's the air conditioning.
Oh, I don't need it. Really not that hot.
Katie and Brad wanted up to it and go, it says he was hotter. Katie's like, oh my gosh. Okay, hotter.
Check. And then, did you mix up electrolytes, guys? In the blue jug, hydro flask?
Here.
Sweet. Oh. So the next checkpoint was right around that 16-17 mile mark. Just kind of filled up on fluids. Same thing, 2 bottles of water and a bottle of electrolytes in there again. And then following that was about a kind of the longest, hottest stretch out there. I don't know why it gets so hot on that stretch, but it always does. So it was probably, 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon when I started that stretch, and as I got going, it's like, all right, this is getting warm now. All right, out here, 17 miles in, still feeling good. The heat of the day right upon us. It's probably about getting close to 4 o'clock this afternoon. So pretty quick, the temp should start going down. I'm not expecting them to drop quick, but at least starting to go down. And then this evening, 60 for a low, looking forward to that. If I can still move well, maybe take advantage of some of the cooler temps. So right now, checkpoint 2, crew crushed it. Yeah, it was good to see everyone smiling and doing good. And so everyone's still pretty close. So all the vehicles are there, and I don't know where people are at and if anyone's, if everyone's doing okay, the runners, I guess, but I hope they are. I really hydrated well when I was standing there. So I feel kind of full of fluids right now. So I do have extra fluids with me, but right now just kind of letting that kind of settle in, and we'll sweat that out soon, and then I'll need more. But what do you guys think of this hat? God dang. I know Lindsay's jealous, but this hat slaps. Look at the scenery though. Just cool. Something cool around every corner. That's what I love about this out here. And this view. I caught up to a guy with about 4 miles left of that section, and he was out of water. He had just a handheld, and I was like, "Oh man, you're in trouble." And I gave him one of my bottles of water that I had in the back. There was about half of it in there, and he says, "Nope, that's plenty. I'll be fine," And about 4 miles to go there. I don't know how he ever ended up, if he finished or how he was feeling once he came into the checkpoint. But I think that's the cool part about that run out there, is that the camaraderie is there. Like everyone wants everyone to finish, I think, at the end of the day. And you're always willing to help out somebody if they're hurting, if they need water, food, whatever it might be. All right, I will say this year has been the wettest year I've seen. The water crossings, either water or just like mud. So just try to maybe take a little extra time to try to find a better way around than just staying on the trail directly and crossing at kind of a bad spot. So yeah, back to climbing. Got to mile 27, and that was the Wanagon campground. And that's where Lindsay, the plan was to set up her tent because that's where she was gonna be camping. She had everything set up when I got there. It was great. The kids, I told them, I said I want ramen noodles and mashed potatoes for sure when I get there. So they had all that stuff ready. I sat down, I changed shoes again. I just felt good just because it was starting to kind of get in towards night. The sun was still up, but it might have been like 6 o'clock or something. It was starting to cool off just enough though. You could tell it was turning to night.
Look at all that salt.
10. Yeah, thank you.
10 before you leave.
Make sure it's
Good job.
Hey, buddy.
Made your ramen and mashed potatoes.
Nice.
So, how did it feel?
Good.
You're in fourth place.
What?
You're in fourth.
All right.
We have.
There you go. 10. Yeah, thank you.
10 before you leave. Let us know that you're leaving. Okay. And when you do leave, go left, set it right. At the point at the arrow? Yeah. Yep. Cool.
Yeah, we got quesadillas. We made you stuff too, but like.
I can eat your mashed potatoes. I can eat your ramen.
Wiggly woggly, wiggly woggly, wiggly woggly.
Thanks, man.
We have quesadillas. Your bacon.
Do you have one made already?
I do.
Sweet. Okay.
Do you want? I mean,
Yeah, just one
I have
chunk.
some.
I'm really not that.
Do you want some bacon on it or no bacon?
So pretty dang good.
Do you want a plate or do you want just to take it? We have watermelon, tailwind, and I have more.
Stop in on your way out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Cool, guys. Thank you.
And I have like cold salted potatoes.
How's it going, Mom? Did you get the tent set up?
Yeah.
Where's it at?
Maybe you can't see it. Oh, yeah, you can.
All right, where's the pickup at? I changed keys and stuff. Thank you.
Keep cruising.
Oh.
Thanks.
Right, people want to know.
What do people want to know?
How are you doing?
Good.
Sucking down some ramen.
I feel.
Love to camp. I would love to get some sleep.
How you doing, Noe?
Good.
Recording?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you're on this.
Here's the
You
bag
are on.
of stuff we can put dirty stuff in.
The next checkpoint was only 4 miles away, and I saw the crew again. Lindsay that was the last spot I was going to see her because after I took off, she was going to go back to the campground, get some sleep because she was running the marathon in the morning. So it was kind of bittersweet to say goodbye to her, but kind of in a good way too because I kind of broke up that whole race into sections. During the day, once it got to night, that section was done. And then I did the night section, right? Whatever time that was, 8, 9 o'clock until the sun came up at 6 in the morning or whatever. Then I broke it that way. And then I just knew that Saturday during the day, whatever time was left, I knew that was gonna be the hardest part of the race. Seeing Lindsay and, then in the back of my mind, thinking of her as the race went on and how she's doing camping by herself and hopefully everything's all right and her air mattress and all these things just kept going through my mind because I knew the crew that was driving, they were going to be good. I said, you guys get sleep, if you got a chance, get some sleep. I want you guys to sleep. You don't feel like you need to, everybody needs to be out to help me out. And I can help myself too. If you just pull up and everyone's sleeping, I'll jump in and get my stuff. So shortly after I left that spot, the clouds started rolling in and the thunder and lightning. And I was like, holy smokes, we are going to get just poured on out here. But I got rained on just a little bit, and I'm surprised I didn't get struck by lightning. It seemed like that stuff was so close. We are 31 miles in. At mile 27, I stopped at the campground and ate ramen noodles, mashed potatoes, and they were cooking quesadillas there too. So I grabbed a couple of those too. Man, drank a lot, been staying up on fluids, staying up on eating, going good. The kids are doing great. It's gonna start getting dark soon, so they'll probably start getting tired. I don't know, we'll see. Noah said he's gonna pull an all-nighter, and Caden seems like he's doing pretty darn good too. So Lindsay is no longer with us. The last spot she was just at was her last spot, so she's gonna go camp at the start line of the marathon. And I think this is what's so cool about her doing the marathon. it's like I'm proud of her for like camping by herself and that, and doing the marathon by herself. But I think it's gonna be cool because I'm gonna be running at the same time as her on the same trail at different spots. During that time that I'm running, I'll be thinking of her and how she's doing, and shortly after she finishes, I'm hoping that we can get her hooked back up with the crew here and all finish together. So the cell service was kind of very spotty out there, and part of it I think was just, and trying to text with Lindsay, it was tough because I think down in the campground perhaps maybe her text or her cell reception wasn't that great, but she was sitting in the vehicle waiting for that storm to pass. I don't think she got a ton of rain though either there, so, but the rain was kind of nice because I'd been hot all day, and it was kind of nice to have the rain and the cloud cover too. Check out this sunset. The sun's gonna be going down soon. I think the cool part about doing these hundreds or doing ultra distance when the race is, 24 hours or whatnot, is that you don't even realize the whole day goes by. And, the sun's gonna go down, 6, 7, 8 hours of dark, and the sun will come back up, and tomorrow's gonna be a new day. And I'm still running the same race I started yesterday. So you don't even realize that a whole day goes by, but I don't know, something peaceful about running at night though too. Yeah, everyone gets to see this same sunrise that's out here sharing this today. So I think the weather's gonna quiet down after that little thunder lightning storm. So before you knew it, the sun was going down. I just gotta check in here before it gets too dark. This is got to be one of the most peaceful, calm, just settings right here. I love how good this course is marked too. So there, go. Cripes. There we go. Don't go that way. Simple. Way to go, Nick. Mike, you guys are awesome. So yeah, before it gets too dark, just want to check back in. The wind is none. The temperature's dropping. And it got night. Headlamp, all you can see, quiet, peaceful. I mean, it's, to me, that's some of the most enjoyable running on that trail. Granted, you can't see the views. You can see just enough to know where you're going. And the trail was marked good enough. Didn't have to worry about getting lost or anything like that. I was still by myself. I didn't have a pacer. The next couple checkpoints were, pretty close together again too. So another 4 or 5 miles. I saw the crew again. They got me going real quick. Everything just went very smooth with the crew. I mean, I could not have done as well as I did without them. It was 100% the reason I did as well as I did, is how good that crew, my kids, man, it was just great. The next few checkpoints, just quick, I got to mile 50, there was another checkpoint there, and all of a sudden it just like, I don't know, the trail, because there had been so much rain and water out there, that there was a lot more cattle tracks in the trail as you started going north. And the trail itself, the cattle tracks were like dried in there, so it was kind of made it very uneven terrain on the trail. The rest of the trail is pretty darn smooth, but that like 7-mile section to get to the halfway point, gosh, it seemed pretty rough. I got to the halfway point, had more mashed potatoes, more ramen noodles. Mile 45, this trail is so like deep, it's sometimes hard to stay into, and it's hard to go downhill with just a headlamp. So I'm a little more cautious going downhill. The uphills feel pretty nice actually. I think I've had a lot more down. My quads are starting to feel it. So these little gentle uphills, I mean, that's the best part out here. There's nothing that's like super steep, long. It's just like rollers. So before I got to the halfway point, I could always see these in my headlamp. I'm deathly scared of snakes. And I could, every once in a while on the trail, I'd see these 2 red eyes looking at me. And I'm like, oh, here it comes, this is it. And it would be this little black bird with kind of white speckles on it. And I must have saw one, like 5 or 6 of those things, and they just kind of hung out, and I got close and they flew off. If anybody knows what those birds are, drop a comment below. I'm kind of curious. They're pretty cool. I've never really seen them before. So ran into some cattle along the way, and I'm trying to shoo them off in the dark, and they're wondering what the heck is going on out here probably too, but didn't see a heck of a lot of wildlife out there this time. I did see the horses from a distance on the way back, right towards the end. But yeah, I got to the checkpoint at the halfway. I had mashed potatoes, ramen noodles. I still had my shirt off, and as soon as I sat down, I cooled off and I got cold. I just kind of just felt tired at that point. But that was where I started drinking Coke, and then I put my headphones on so I could listen to music. And I said the halfway point just because it was just kind of a place. Probably would have benefited from just putting the music on, like maybe when it got dark. I think it is kind of nice for me to, instead of just be drowned out by the music from the start, it was kind of a nice thing to look forward to. Maybe at night would be the best choice for that, and to start Coke, because I was starting to get a little tired, and I think I would have benefited from having Coke just a little bit earlier, or caffeine in general. I guess there was a couple other things that had caffeine in it too. So that's one thing I wish I would have done is started that stuff a little bit earlier, maybe just at when it did get dark. So a few hours earlier, because I got to the halfway point at like 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Turned around. The cool part about out and back is you get to see everybody that's behind you. I mean, if you're racing, if you're curious, you know, who's behind you, how far are they behind you? And the coolest part, everybody I saw that I met as I was heading back, I mean, some people knew me and Jake, how you doing? You know, keep going, you're looking good and all this. The words of encouragement, and same thing. If I saw somebody, man, you're looking awesome, keep it up, keep going, do you need anything? That kind of stuff. And that's just the coolest part about that race. No other race I've been in is like that. So I appreciated that, and I appreciate the support from everybody that's out there competing. If you're competing to try to do well or whatever it is, man, you're still willing to help and offer words of encouragement. So then you just backtrack. You hit those same checkpoints again, and kind of a little bit of a blur at night. I think I got to, with 40 miles left perhaps, somewhere around there, and then the sun was starting to come up. And that's when Corey, my sister, was going to start running with me, and she did. All right, checking in mile 78 and a half. We are 19 and a half hours in. I got Corey pacing me up there. She just went around the corner, but she's doing good. She's keeping, I said, we're going to hammer. We're going to push this final, 30 miles. I don't know. I heard the marathon started late. I don't know how late, but so that's going to kind of stink for her, because the later it takes, the hotter it'll get. And that's, I think it's an advantage for her because she does well in the heat. So probably advantage Lindsay. The next morning, as soon as that sun came up, it was like the oven got turned on, and it just got so hot that day. I ran with my sister from mile 40 till Wanagon campground again. So from like 40 to 27, somewhere in there. And it was great running with her, man. I told her, I said, this is what I'm able to do well. And she made sure I did what I said I was gonna do, and pushed me for that section that she ran with me in. All right, getting some pacing done with my sister here. She's crushing it. How far are you into your pacing duty here?
Oh, only 5.8.
Oh, that's pretty good though. We've been doing good. I definitely wouldn't be pushing this hard if I was by myself. So that's good. Maybe one of these days she'll come out here and run a longer distance, and we can pace her. All right, enough of that for now. Back to work. The amount of water crossings out there were starting to catch up to me. I think I changed my shoes a total of 6 times, so my shoes and socks. I have some socks that I really like, and then I have some that are kind of backups, and I don't know where it started going bad for me with the wet feet and shoes and socks and things like that. But kind of right when my sister was done, when Corey was done running with me, I just started noticing just like the ball of my feet, both of them. Every time, even on a downhill, especially on a downhill, it would start to hurt just to step on my foot. I'd already taped some blisters on my heels, and that tape just kept falling off every time I put it on there. You get your feet wet again. I didn't tape my feet, the front blisters underneath my toes there. I didn't tape any of those. I just changed shoes again a couple times, shoes and socks. I had some other shoes that I thought would probably fit better for the way my feet were feeling, and they did help, but it still hurt. When I got to the checkpoint at mile 27, it's kind of a switchback to get down to the bottom of the campsite there. And I just remember getting down as I was working my way down to get down to the campsite. Gosh, my feet were hurting bad, and that's where I changed shoes again. It was great because when I got to the campsite the first time, they had a grill and everything set up, and they had quesadillas cheese and bacon quesadillas, and I grabbed 2 of those. I grabbed one on the way in, and I said, hey, you got another one? And I grabbed one on the way out too, and those things were so good. So I as I came into the campsite again on the way back, I said, you got any more of those quesadillas left? And she's like, no, we're out, but I can make you a breakfast burrito. And I was like, gosh, that sounds amazing right now. This is like mile 90. They came over, they brought me that burrito. I mean, the service was unbelievable. I mean, it was so great. Every checkpoint that had people and had food, everybody was amazing. She brought me over that breakfast burrito, and I don't know how many bites it took, like 4. I mean, I just woofed that thing down. It was so good. As soon as I stood up, my feet hurt so bad. As soon as I put weight through my feet from sitting for a little while, and I knew that basically the next marathon to finish was going to be a pretty painful one. I ran when I could, which wasn't very often at that point. Actually, I could run uphill, so I'd put my poles out in front of me even more to try to take pressure off of my feet as I was going downhill, and I couldn't really get going downhill at all, which was kind of frustrating because my legs didn't feel bad at all, and it was just those blisters underneath my toes. But either way, I could run uphill. That didn't hurt at all. So after you leave the campground, that's that hottest section again, that like 10.8 mile section, and it got hot again. It was kind of right around, it was cool because the 50 miles started at 6 a.m. and there was people that were coming by, and it was cool to see that, you know, and the encouragement. Jay Borlaug, I think he ended up 3rd place. He passed me, and, you know, kind of chatted with him a little bit, so that was cool. So that 10.8 mile section, I had my 2 bottles up front, and then I had the 2 bottles of water and a bottle of electrolytes in back. I finished all those, and I finished them kind of as I was getting into the next checkpoint. I was so hot, and I did sit in the pickup. I had the air conditioner on and the air conditioned seats. I had those turned on and kind of sat in there to try to cool off a little bit. I think that's typically where you see a lot of the people drop in the 50, is after they finish that section, because they likely run out of water because it's so much of a longer section than the rest of them. And for whatever reason, that section gets so hot. I don't know what the temperatures got up to that day, probably in the 90s for sure. And if it's in the 90s, people say that section gets even hotter. That was tough. But I knew, I mean, at that point, there was no way I wasn't finishing. No matter what it took, I was going to get to that finish line. So I kind of said, you know, the next section was that 9 miles again. And I told my crew, I was like, you got a lot of time. You can head back and go into town, hang around, because the last checkpoint wasn't too far away from Medora. So I was like, this is going to take me a few hours to finish this. I said, at the pace I'm going. So go enjoy something, get some sleep, do whatever you need to do. So I think my mom and kids, they went into town at that point. And I said, just come back, you know, got 1 more to go. And they had to pick up Lindsay because she had finished the marathon. So she's prone to blisters. So in my mind, as I'm running, thinking about her, I'm like, oh my God, her feet are gonna be tore up. The first mile you do a big water crossing and your feet get wet instantly. So basically you're running with wet feet the whole entire time. But she surprisingly did well. Her feet held up. I think the combination of socks and shoes she had on worked well, but.
All right, quick check-in. Less than 7 miles to go. My feet actually don't feel bad. I'm like so happy about that because they've been wet since mile 1. Awesome on that aspect. Not so awesome is that I forgot to put my bib on my camelback. So I had to rush to my tent like 30 seconds before they were going to start the race. So I didn't get to start up front. I kind of started not quite the back, but so I don't know where I'm at, but that's okay. It's actually been a good race. I've been drinking a ton of electrolytes. Just had some chips. So anyway, I will see you at the finish line.
She finished 4th place overall, female, 2nd in her age group for the marathon. So very proud of her. She's awesome. She toughed one out there, man. It got hot out there. And she nailed her nutrition this time though, and I think that's key, making sure you get those electrolytes in. So after the second to last checkpoint, Corey went and picked up Lindsay from the finish line and met me at the final checkpoint because Lindsay was going to finish with me. And I tell you what, I got to that final checkpoint and it's kind of a downhill going in, and it's probably one of my favorite places to enter just because it's a long downhill, typically if you're feeling good, you can run that whole thing in and just, you know, it's the crowd support that's there is great. All the people at the checkpoint that are working like the aid station are awesome. I mean, there's cowbells going great. And all I could do was walk down there, and it just like kind of broke my soul just a little bit to know my feet hurt that bad, and all I wanted to do was go hard right there. But that was the reality of the situation, and that's what I had at that time, and just keep moving forward every step forward. You know, that's kind of that mantra you hear all the time. Got into that checkpoint, it was sweet. You know, I mean, getting to go with her, I mean, the time absolutely flew by. It was about 8-mile section. It probably took close to 3 hours, you know, by the time we finished, because I was basically walking.
We are on the final 6-mile stretch of the 116 miles that Jake has almost successfully accomplished. I am doing the last 6 with him here. Side note, finished my marathon. Second in my age group, 4th overall female. Felt good. But now back to Jake, because that's what we're here for. And he is doing good. He has some blistering happening, but besides that, he was eating well.
And I couldn't walk downhill. I actually went backwards downhill a handful of times, some of the longer, steeper ones that were out there, just because it didn't hurt at all to go down backwards. So her and I finished that last section, and if you've never been out to that final 7.7 miles is some of the most beautiful section of that entire trail.
All right, 1 mile remains. Whoop whoop. It's been a journey.
Yeah.
Crushing it. So that's all we got for now. It's hot. Pizza is in his future, I think.
Excited to be done. Get my feet up.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get finished this 1 mile.
Getting back into Medora a little later than I had planned. I wanted 30 hours, which would have been 6 p.m. Kind of rolled in about 7 p.m. and crossed the finish line at 31 hours and 22 minutes. And my second 100 race, it was different. The main thing was I was alert. I felt good. I mean, except for my feet. My body felt good. My legs felt good. My stomach felt good. I was tired, of course. I mean, you should be.
Yeah, baby! Finishing by 116 Give it up for Jake Winston!
Sit there and just kind of soak it in for a little while, you know, chat with everybody. Nick and Mike, I mean, the race directors there they're amazing. I mean, if it wasn't for them, that race wouldn't go on. And all the volunteers that help with the getting the trail ready, all the volunteers at the checkpoints, at, you know, staying up all night long to make sure we got food and water, you know, and it's just such a great race. After I'd sat in a chair for a while, I had one heck of a time moving after that, and I took my shoes and socks off. My feet were just like wrinkled old mat, you know, just from being wet for so long. I put my sandals on, and I had to use my poles to get to the pickup after that, because I was just not moving well. And I got up in there. The kids and Lindsay, they went in and got ice cream, huckleberry ice cream. That's our tradition after running this race. We got to have some. So I took a quick little nap in the pickup while they were in the store getting ice cream. It was just a great overall race. I think some of the points, the key takeaways from this race is I nailed my nutrition. Like that could not have gone any better. I mean, I ate the entire time. I drank the entire time. I think the combination of water and electrolytes for me, that was perfect. But my kids, they'll never know how important this was to me, just to have them there and see this, and how much I looked forward to seeing them at every checkpoint. I think that was the one of my most favorite things of this entire race. it was super special to me, and I'll never forget it for as long as I live. Overall, awesome race. Don't know what we're doing next year, but we'll be back for one of the races for sure. I look forward to it. And as always, thank you everybody that's involved in that Maah Daah Hey crew out there. That race wouldn't happen without you guys. All the people that come out to race it, run it, work on the trail. Thank you, thank you. Look forward to doing it again. All right, make sure you like, subscribe, comment below if you have any questions about anything. If you ran it, tell me how you did, how you liked it, what you didn't like. All right, we'll see you around.